Good morning from the AT. I just got dropped off at the trailhead and I'm back on trail. It's later in the day. It's about 11 o'clock, and so I probably won't be able to do too many miles. I'm going to try to push for 10 miles today and then start fresh tomorrow morning, pushing some more miles. But I have some new kicks. I ended up getting Hoka's again. I have Hoka Speed Goat 5s. And so it's the model later than what I had before. And so I think they're pretty much the same, other than they may be a little lighter. I'm not sure. But everything's good. I'll let you know how they do. I know I had the Lone Peak, or the Ultra Lone Peak 6s for almost 500 miles. It was like 475 miles I wore them, but they just never set well with my feet. I even replaced the insoles and they still bothered my feet. I still felt a lot of rocks and stuff underfoot, and that's not my thing. So I did talk to another thru-hiker. I've talked about him before, Blue. He has Lone Peaks, and he loves to feel the rocks underneath. It makes him feel one with the earth, is his words, exactly. But I'm gonna just keep pushing. Like I said, I just left Luray today, and I'm going to, I'll probably in a couple days be out of the Shenandoah National Park. And so I'm looking forward to that. I did not go to the cave like I had talked about previously. It was pretty expensive. And so I decided I would just take it easy, get some stuff done. However, I did switch out some gear. And so my pack is light, at least lighter than it's been for a while. I do have a full load of food. And so I am carrying weight, but it's not near the weight I would have been carrying if I kept my other gear, my older gear. And so I'm gonna just keep on pushing miles today. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do 10 at least, but if I don't do 10, hey, no worries. I'm gonna start fresh tomorrow. So it is kind of late today, but I had a good rest in town. Staying at the Hillside Motel was wonderful. At one point I accidentally locked my key in the room, and of course it was after hours. That's my luck. But I don't know if it was the owner or one of the workers, when I called the after hour number, they were there like within 10 minutes at least, or at the most, I should say. But they were very good. It was a very good motel. I'd recommend that motel to anyone, especially any thru-hiker that is passing through looking for a place to stay in Luray. But it's a beautiful day. It's a little warm, kind of humid, but I think it's in the 80s actually today. But most of the day it's going to be under tree cover, so that'll give me some shade, so I should be good. But with all that said, I'm going to keep on trekking, and I will talk to you again from the trail. Well, I made it to camp. I hiked approximately 10.5 miles today. Stopped at a wayside, got me a Gatorade and a Pepsi. And so just wanted to rehydrate since there is not a water source here at this campsite. I'm staying at a dispersed campsite just right off a lookout. And so tomorrow I plan on pushing some miles. And so I had a good day, I should say a good 2-day zero. And so relaxed and got just recharged, you could say. But I'm just gonna take it easy tonight. Like I said, I just did a short day, just 10.5 miles. I started around noon, maybe a little bit before that. And so I wasn't planning on pushing a ton of miles by the time I got to the trailhead. But I'm gonna, in a minute, cook me something to eat. I think I'm gonna have some chow mein for dinner and maybe some jerky. I'll put some jerky in there and then get ready for bed. And so it is approximately 7 o'clock, a little after 7 o'clock. And so just checking the watch, and just should be getting dark in about an hour and a half. So I got plenty of time to make dinner, make my bed, and get all set for the evening. So with all that said, I'll talk to you tomorrow from the trail. Good morning. It is Sunday. It is raining, as you can tell. Started raining last night. I didn't get as much water in my tent, but I did get some. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out how it's getting in, if it's splashing in or if there's a leak somewhere. And so, but I slept pretty good. Have my new 40-degree quilt that I used last night for the first time. It worked pretty good. However, I think it was due to the rain last night and this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. And so I'm getting a late start. I just got things packed up. It's about 9 o'clock, so it's really late compared to when I normally leave camp. But I have at least 15 miles to go. I'm gonna hike out of the Shenandoah National Park today. And so that's the plan. If I feel like it, I'll hike even a little farther and try to find a dispersed campsite. Or there's a shelter right outside of the park. I can camp there at approximately 15 miles. And so I don't know if it's supposed to rain all day or if this is just a temporary thing this morning, but I'm all decked out in my rain gear. Have my umbrella, I have my rain jacket, and I have my rain wrap. And so the rain wrap is a new addition to my rain gear. I switched out my pants just to get me something that wasn't so hot. It's going to be summer, and we're going to be getting, actually I guess it is summer, it's June, I don't know if it's officially summer, but it's going to be some warm days ahead. And so I didn't want to have too much of my rain gear that was gonna hold in the heat. And so my rain jacket has pit zips, and so I can ventilate that a little better. And then I have my rain wrap. And so, but all's good. I just left some other thru-hikers. They had the same problem I did this morning about sleeping in. They did not want to get out into the rain. And so, but I'm gonna keep pushing forward and just make what I can of the day. I'm pretty optimistic at this moment, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. So with all that said, I will talk to you again from the trail. Just about stepped on a rattlesnake. Well, I just made it through or past the north entrance to the Shenandoah National Park, which means I am done with the Shenandoahs. And so I got about another mile and a half or so to go for the day until I get to the shelter I plan on staying at. It's been a good day. It turned out being beautiful. It rained early this morning when I first left camp, but after a few hours it stopped raining, the sun came out, the clouds parted, and I had a decent view. And so throughout the Shenandoahs, I've seen a bear, I've seen, as you saw earlier, a rattlesnake, and a bunch of deer. And so today I was just walking and about stepped on the rattlesnake. He was stubborn. I would say he was standing his ground. However, that's figuratively, of course. But he would not move off the trail, so I had to end up going through some weeds to get around him. And so hopefully, I warned a few people that were heading southbound that he was laying there, so hopefully nobody stepped on him. But it's been a good day. I've done almost when I get to camp, I've done approximately 15 miles. And so I'm gonna keep on moving, get to camp, get rested, and get my shoes off. My feet are wet from all the water this morning, and the weeds and grass walking through made my feet wet. So I can't wait to get my shoes off. But it's been a good day, as stated, and I look forward to see what tomorrow holds. With all that said, I will talk to you soon again from the trail. Good morning from the trail. It is late morning. It's about 11 o'clock. I've been on trail for a few hours. Got another late start, not because of the rain, because there was no rain. However, I did not feel like getting up this morning. I was nice and cozy in my tent and listening to the birds sing and just real comfortable. So I finally got on trail. It was about 9:30 or so. But I've been hiking with a couple old friends, a couple that I met early on. I saw them this morning there at camp, Hoorah and Buttercup. They're a married couple that's hiking the AT together. And so it's been good catching up with them, having a good time this morning. But I've been climbing pretty much most of the day, or I should say most of the morning, at least half of it. I did a little bit downhill at the beginning, but lately it's been uphill for several miles. So I'll be approaching what's known as the roller coaster coming up. I don't think I'll hit it today, but I'll probably hit it first thing tomorrow. My plan was to hike 18 miles today. However, because I got such a late start, I may not be able to make that before the sun goes down. But I'll do my best and just keep pushing forward. But it was a good night last night. I slept in my tent. My tent was still wet when I set it up. However, I let it sit up for about an hour or two before I put my stuff in there, and it dried out pretty good. But I still have to figure out what's going on. I don't know if some of my seams are leaking. I noticed last night it's seam taped, and some of the tape looks like it's peeling off, so that may be the culprit right there. But I'll figure it out sooner or later. But I'm gonna just keep pushing forward, make it to the top of this mountain, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be downhill from there. And so with all that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail.
moving.
He's moving, but he's moving.
Yeah,
Yeah, there he goes. He's going.
he's actually just blocking.
Well, it's the end of the day. I am getting close to the shelter. I'm about 0.7 miles away. I've been hiking pretty much the whole day with Hoorah and Buttercup. We stopped and had lunch at a wonderful looking shelter. It didn't look that old. It had to be pretty recent. They built it, at least I'm assuming by the looks of everything. But it was a real nice little area. It even had horseshoes you could play. And so stopped there for lunch. We've been on the trail pretty much all day doing 18 miles to the shelter. It's called Whiskey something shelter. And so I know my feet are killing me. I got these new shoes and I think they're doing okay. It's just I'm trying to get them broke in. I guess they're not quite broke in. They don't, they're Hoka Speed Goat 5s, but they're not as soft as my original 4s that I had. And so I don't know if they, if the insole's a little thinner and that's what makes them lighter. I don't really know, but I just know my feet hurt right now. So hopefully it's just a temporary thing, and once they get broken, you know, my feet will be okay. But it's been a good day. Saw a black snake today on the trail, which is better than a rattlesnake or a copperhead or any kind of poisonous snake. Black snakes are not poisonous, however they can bite you. And so we were trying to get around that little guy, or I should say big guy, and he finally slithered off trail. And so, but we are almost to camp. I plan on getting to camp, setting up my tent, eating something to eat, maybe taking some ibuprofen, because like I said, my feet are killing me, and then hitting the sack. So it's been a long day, it's been a good day, but it's been a full day. So with all that said, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. I had a restful evening last night staying at the Whiskey Hollow shelter. There weren't that many people in the shelter. I actually had a whole section to myself. 2 people were upstairs and I was on the bottom floor, but it was a peaceful evening. I got to hang out, as stated yesterday, with Hoorah and Buttercup. They left camp a little bit earlier than me today, and so they're ahead of me quite a bit, probably. Maybe a mile or so, not too far. But I'll probably catch up to them possibly at lunch. I'm heading towards the next shelter, probably eat lunch there. It's about 8 miles away. And so I have 18 to do today. I'm trying to make it to Bear's Den Hostel and do some camping there, set up my tent there at the hostel. And so as long as they got room for me, but it's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful weather right now. I'm hiking through the green tunnel and just enjoying nature. The birds are singing, the bugs are buzzing, but not too bad. And I'm sure there's snakes around, but I haven't seen one yet today. I've seen one the last couple days, but not today, not yet. It's still early, but I'm gonna keep pushing forward, enjoying the day. enjoying the trail and enjoying my journey. So with that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail. "1,000 miles. Woohoo! Well, I made it to the Bear's Den Hostel. Had a good day of hiking, going up and down on the roller coaster. I decided I'm just stay here at the hostel instead of tenting. So looks like they're doing trail magic inside, serving some food, so I couldn't pass that up. Plus, for $40, not only do you get a bed, but you get a shower, you get to wash your clothes, you get a frozen pizza, you get a pint of ice cream, and you get a soda. And so it's a good deal. Plus, this place is amazing. It used to belong to a doctor who, I don't know if he sold it to the ATC or if he donated it. But it's a very nice place. It's an old house, old stone house. It's big. It's a good sized house. So I'll be sleeping in the bunk down on the lower level, which is down in the basement. And so I look forward to having a good night of rest. It's a good way to split up the roller coaster. Did half of it today, and then the other half I'm gonna hit first thing in the morning. So with all that said, I will talk to you soon again from the trail.
I was in middle school math science teacher, but then I was a counselor, and then I was an assistant principal. I ran, what's up?
Good morning. I just left the Bear's Den Hostel, had a fantastic night. Got to meet some new people. The only person that was there, or I should say the only two people who were there that I recognized, was Moon and a gentleman by the name of Grateful. And so I've met them before on trail, but there was some other through hikers here, as well as the staff and volunteers, and we even had a trail angel who had dinner for us prepared last night when I arrived. So it was a fantastic place to stay. I would definitely recommend this place to anyone who is through hiking. It was it's owned by the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, but it's operated by the PATC. I forgot what it stands for, Potomac something. but anyways, they operate it. They run it for the ATC, and so it was a good night of rest. Actually, after eating dinner last night, I had a frozen pizza. I ate that for a late dinner, my second dinner, and then I had an ice cream, or a pint of ice cream, that it came with the stay. However, I didn't have no room for it last night, so I ended up eating part of the pint for breakfast. So I didn't finish it all, though. I wasn't able to have that and a cup of coffee, and so that should start me out right on this day as I finish the roller coaster. And so today there should be some high points. Not only will I be finished with the roller coaster later today, but in about 3.5 miles I'll be entering into West Virginia, and so I'll be passing out of Virginia, and for the next day or so I'll kind of be going along the state line between Virginia and West Virginia. And so it's going to be a fantastic morning. The terrain after the roller coaster should level out quite a bit, I'm told. And so I've heard that story before, though, so I'll believe it when I see it. But it is beautiful. No rain in the forecast that I'm aware of, but the trail is going to be good. And so with all of that said, I will talk to you soon again up the way on the trail. Well, I made it to camp. I am all set up here. Just got here probably about an hour ago. Just ate something, set up the tent, and I'm all spread out. I'm just laying down, resting. My legs hurt. I hiked all day. I met a new friend by the name of Tailwind, and we hiked today, finished the roller coaster, and stopped by a gas station to resupply. However, unfortunately, there wasn't much at the gas station, not as I had been told, but should be heading into Harper's Ferry tomorrow, hoping to search around, try to find the rest of my resupply, maybe at the local outfitter But it's been a good day. It's been a nice day. Other than my legs are hurting, especially my right leg, my right thigh. I think it's just from all the climbing the last couple days, from all the rocks on the roller coaster. But I'm hoping, I took some ibuprofen. I'm hoping in the morning I'll feel a lot better. Only got 4 miles to do until I get into town tomorrow, and then I'll probably spend a lot of the day just hanging out in town. Gotta go to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, check in there, as well as to grab something to eat, and just do a little sightseeing, I think, while I'm there, since I've never been to Harper's Ferry. Harper's Ferry had played an important part in the Civil War, so I plan on learning all about that tomorrow, and doing some just exploring in the historical district, as well as crossing over into Maryland tomorrow. So just got to West Virginia today, and tomorrow I'll be in Maryland. And then in a few days from there, a couple days, I will be in Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna start flying through the states in the next few weeks as I head farther north. But so far, it's been a good journey. So I look forward to sharing that with you. I look forward to seeing what tomorrow holds. And with all that said, I will talk to you again tomorrow from the trail. Well, I made it to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. I got here early this morning, just been hanging out here for probably about an hour or so. Got my picture taken, got all registered. I'm number 558. And so I'm just gonna enjoy the day. Check out Harper's Ferry, and I'll probably camp somewhere outside of town. There's a hostel. I might camp there at the hostel, or I may hike a little bit farther, depends. But I want to get something to eat. It is about 11 o'clock, 5 till 11, so I'm going to get a early lunch, late breakfast, and like I said, just enjoy and explore Harper's Ferry. So with all that said, I will talk to you soon. Sorry. Well, I made it to Cross Trails Hostel. I'm all set up, my tent. I'm gonna be staying the night here. I just got done changing clothes, washing some clothes. So as you can see, I got some new threads on, but these are just loaner clothes. but I've been enjoying my time here. It's here just right across the river. I'm in Maryland, and so I'm just going to relax tonight, hang out with some other hikers. I just met some new hikers today, plus I've seen some old ones as well. But it's been a good day. I got to visit the ATC headquarters, went and resupplied here in town at the Outfitter, finished resupplying, and just explored the city a little bit. So it's amazing views. This is where the Potomac River and the, oh shoot, I forgot the name of the river, but the Shenandoah River comes together. And so it's a beautiful place. So I'm just going to rest, relax, and maybe play a game with some other thru-hikers, a game of Monopoly. And so it's going to be a good evening, a good time here fellowshipping with other thru-hikers. So with that said, I will talk to you soon again from the trail. Good night. Good morning from the trail. It's about 11 o'clock. I've already done about 5-6 miles. Been on trail for a little bit. Left the trail with Tailwind and Bright Angel. Met her yesterday. She is actually hitching across the country. She's not a thru-hiker, but she ended up staying at the same hostel we stayed at last night. She's a very interesting girl. But we basically set off this morning. Oh, I forgot what time it was. It was a little later than normal, but I've been really pushing miles, especially with Tailwind. I've been caught in this Tailwind, so we've been hiking pretty fast. I was told just by another hiker who was heading southbound that there's some trail magic at the next gap until 1 o'clock, and so I got a couple hours to do a couple miles, and so I should make it there in time. But it's gonna be a good day. Weather is fantastic. I am now in Maryland. Wasn't in West Virginia very long, just basically just a little small part as we passed through Harper's Ferry. Got registered once again with the ATC, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. I am number 558. NOBO, northbound hiker that has gone through there. And so that's quite a few, because I started out 1028, I think is what I was when I began. So there's been several, either they're behind me or they dropped out. And so since I started at the beginning there at Amicalola. But it's, like I said, it's gonna be a good day. Right now I'm hiking downhill. I just got done with about a 2-mile climb or so, and so I'm heading downhill. I'm gonna plan on do 18 to 20 miles today, at least 18. I'm trying to get to Fayetteville by Monday. Today it's Friday, so I have to do quite a few miles, at least 18 miles a day for 3 days to basically get there in time. I'm gonna be meeting up with my brother Quentin. So he's coming out. The plan is he's gonna hike with me for a little bit, and so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully everything goes well and he's able to get out here and get on trail with me. And you know, I haven't seen family since I've been out here, and so I've talked to people on the phone, and I text my daughter and my parents and all that, but I finally have a family member who's coming out to see me, so I'm looking forward to having Quentin on trail, and hopefully he can keep up with me, right? But I'm sure he can. He's in good shape. But it's gonna be a quick couple days. When he gets here, I should be in Pennsylvania at that point. That's where Fayetteville is. And so I'll be in Pennsylvania and hitting the south part of the state, getting ready for Rocksylvania. Rocksylvania is a very rocky part of Pennsylvania, which is basically the northern part of the Appalachian Trail through Pennsylvania. So, but I'm gonna keep on pushing miles today. I will just enjoy the day, enjoy nature, enjoy this trail. So with all that said, I will talk to you soon again from the trail. Well, it's raining. I just left Trail Magic, probably about 10-15 minutes ago, thinking I was going to have a nice walk in the woods, but a rainstorm just snuck up on me, and so I didn't know there was rain in the forecast. I guess teach me for not paying attention to the weather, but I got my rain gear on, so hopefully I'll stay somewhat dry being under my umbrella. But I got my my umbrella, my rain jacket, my rain wrap on, and so I'm just hiking away. I have about 6.5, 7 miles to go, and so other than that, it's a beautiful day. And so I had like I said, there was some trail magic. There was a lady at a park passing out soda, and I think she had some food, but she was out of the food by the time I got there. But I had a couple sodas, and then there's another lady who showed up right before I left. She gave out some bananas and was planning on doing some sandwiches when her dad got there. She was a pass-through hiker. Actually, they were both pass-through hikers. The young lady who had just gotten there, she had hiked the trail in 2016, and the lady who was doing the trail magic, if I could talk, she had hiked the trail last year. So, but it was a nice little park. It was the homestead of a gentleman who was an old correspondent during the Civil War to Abraham Lincoln. So in other words, I take that as he was some type of spy. But he's lived just north of Harper's Ferry there. And at one point, right before a war broke out between the North and the South, they each side wanted to get their hands on Harper's Ferry. Two rivers flow, or they come together there at Harper's Ferry. So it was a known place to ship arms through that area. There was an arm manufacturer there, firearms. So they each side wanted Harper's Ferry, and so that's where the battle took place, one of the first battles of the Civil War. And so I left there, and now I'm hiking in the rain. And so, like I said, I got about 6.5 miles or so to go. Plans changed. I was planning on hiking about 18 to 20 miles, but tomorrow I'm gonna have to push a big day tomorrow, because we are stopping at a campground that's about 6.5, 7 miles away, where they have showers, you can order a pizza, and the pizza is actually what got me. So, but we're heading that way. I'm actually hiking solo. I left before some of the other thru hikers that I was hiking with today, but I'm expecting to come running up on me in a moment, because I'm sure, like myself, they too got caught in the rain. But other than the rain, the trail is smooth and there's not too many big boulders to walk over. There's some, but nothing out of the ordinary. But I'm gonna keep on marching, make my way to camp, and dry off. So with all that said, I will talk to you soon again from the trail. Well, I made it to camp. It is approximately 7 o'clock. Got my tent all set up, got my pizza ordered, and now I'm just waiting on the delivery driver for the next 45 minutes. It is raining, just started raining again. It stopped raining for a little bit, but now we're at camp all set up. It started raining again, so I guess that's good timing. But I'm just gonna take it easy tonight, eat my pizza when it gets delivered, and just enjoy a peaceful night. And so have a big day of hiking tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do extra miles tomorrow since today I didn't really get that far. Or at least I should say I didn't hike as many miles as I had originally planned since we stopped here at this campsite. But I did about 15 miles today. Plan on tomorrow. Hate to say how many, but quite a few, probably more than I've ever hiked before. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see how everything goes. And with all that said, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Good night.